What is up, guys? It's Jason Dangerously here, and I thought I'd get on to talk about what happened this morning in the B Block Finals. Also, talk about who I'm picking to win this year's G1 Climax. Hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. I'm having a pretty solid weekend. Still warm here in California, so I'm sticking to the heat. Hope you guys are having a great day, and hope you guys do enjoy. Now, let's start off with what happened in B Block. What else can you say? The whole Tamatonga thing happened, which was shocking. We kind of knew it was going to happen, but to have the owner of New Japan Pro Wrestling come out to make it even more real makes this whole BCOG's thing legit. Because if they had the owner of New Japan come out and escort him out of the building and possibly being suspended for 3 months, that was the best way to do it. And honestly, this works in the favor of the BCOG, especially the Guerrillas of Destiny. If they're gone for 3 months, World Tag League is a month and a day away in November. 3 months and a day. You bring them back in for the World Tag League, have them win World Tag League, have them win the IWGP Tag Team titles, and then they would get it done. And it was just crazy. I didn't expect it. That's the one thing. I didn't expect Tamatonga. I did expect him to get involved in maybe the main event, but to get involved in the first match in B Block with Yano, yeah, but the build to that is just perfect. The build to that is just perfect. Ishii getting a big win over Sonata, and Ishii finishes up with more than 10 points. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But Ishii's already got a win over the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. I think he's got a win against the he's got a win over the United States Champion and the Never Openweight Champion. So Ishii, coming from me, is the MVP of Block B for sure. You had Juice beat Hiroki Goto, so Goto has another challenger for his Never Openweight title. Still coming from me, I have Zack Sabre Jr. taking down Hiroki Goto, and you got to have so many options for the U.S. title for sure. Then the biggest shock in the semi-main event, Zack Sabre Jr. defeating Tetsuya Naito. Coming from me, that was the shock. I did not expect that. I don't know anybody who had Zack Sabre Jr. winning that, but if you had ZSJ winning that, I applaud you, because he was dead to right after that Destino. But I said in the comment section this morning with one of my subscribers, Sparky, he got too cocky. He should have pinned him after the first Destino and not go for the second. And he and Zack Sabre Jr. dropped him on his head with that Zack driver. It was just stuck him. It stuck him and absolutely killed Naito's chances of winning the G1. That hurt me, because for the first time in any tournament in my predictions on my channel, I'm going to have a winless record. I didn't even have one win in the G1 Climax in my predictions. All three of my picks didn't come true. Okada didn't win A Block and didn't win the championship, and Naito didn't win Block B. So easily my worst tournament predictions on the channel. I've gone 1-8 in the New Japan Cup, but going 0-3 in the G1 absolutely hurt me big time. My individual record, is not too bad. I can't deny that. I have a record of, let me get this right, 51, 39, and 1. So my individual record in the individual blocks was good. My overall G1 Climax predictions was bad, and I got to definitely take responsibility for it. And then in the main event, who would have thought Ibushi beating Kenny Omega in that classic in the Budokan, winning B Block, making it to the finals tomorrow morning against Hiroshi Tanahashi. Man. And Ibushi has a chance to make history. He could be the first man in New Japan Pro Wrestling history to win the G1, the New Japan Cup, and the Best of the Super Juniors. No man has ever done that. So history is definitely at the doorstep of Kota Ibushi. But B Block this morning was really good, especially the Omega Naito, the Omega Ibushi match and the Naito Zack Sabre Jr. match. If you wanted to see a shock value, I got some comments from my subscribers here. Lunatic Bro, so far my original prediction is right. Yeah, guess so. That's for sure. Sparky, hello, what's up, Sparky? How's it going? And Sparky says Thomas said he wouldn't mind a 3-month vacation. Yeah. So if he's gone, just gives him more rest, gets him off the road for a while, and gets him ready for World Tag League in November. The 3-month vacation is when I heard it was going to be a 3-month vacation, I was thinking to myself, okay, so he's not going to be in September, October. He's going to be back by November, and World Tag League's coming up, and that makes the most sense. They come back at World Tag League, win World Tag League, and win the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team titles at Wrestle Kingdom against the Young Bucks. So this is definitely favoring. This doesn't favor New Japan at all. It just favors the OGs for sure, because we could see Fale maybe going to Ring of Honor maybe, or Tama Tonga and Tongalo invading All In Chicago on September the 1st. We can see all of that stuff now. Maybe like a BCOG invasion of Ring of Honor and All In. You could definitely see it. But now it's down to the final two tomorrow morning on NewJapanWorld.com from the Budokan between the A block winner, the man who is looking to win his 3rd G1 and looking to main event his next, well, I think his first Wrestle Kingdom since Wrestle Kingdom 11, either Wrestle Kingdom 10 or Wrestle Kingdom 11. But this is a big opportunity for him. Now from Sparky also, I said it from the beginning, go Ace, also Ibushi, Omega, Naito, Sabre ended with 12 points and Ishii with 10. Okay, so it was a 4-way tie, but Ibushi won the block. And Ishii finishing up with 10. How crazy is that? Ishii beat Omega, Ishii beat Goto, Ishii beat he beat Goto, and for some crazy reason, he only finished with 10 points. But again, Sparky coming from me, he is the MVP of B block. And yes, you did say go Ace, because biggest opportunity for the Ace of New Japan to finally get back to Wrestle Kingdom and challenge for the IWGP Heavyweight title. Now from the Lunatic Bro, who do you see winning the international tournament next week? For the Ring of Honor International Cup, I got Christopher Daniels. I got the Fallen Angel. It's either him or the prestigious one, Joe Hendry. I did my predictions in a stream a couple of weeks ago. But I do have Christopher Daniels winning that International Cup to challenge Jay Lethal for the Ring of Honor World title in London. But yeah, I mean, this finals is going to be interesting. I don't know what the series between these two one-on-one is. I know Ibushi beat Tanahashi last year in the G1, and then Tanahashi beat Ibushi at Power Struggle last November. So I don't know what the overall record is, who has the advantage wins-wise one-on-one. Let me know in the chat box who leads this all-time series between Kota Ibushi and Tanahashi. I know from the Lunatic Bro, I got Jimmy Havoc or a bold prediction, Flip Gordon. That's not bad. I like that. Especially the Flip Gordon one, because after his match against Nick Aldis at Honor for All in Nashville, he definitely could get a push for sure. Jimmy Havoc is a pretty ballsy for somebody who hasn't wrestled in Ring of Honor for a while. But I like your pick. Now from Philip. What's up, Philip? Good to see you back on the stream. Going with the Fallen Angel. Yeah, I think he's the best option because Daniels and Lethal can have some magic for sure for that Ring of Honor World title, and it would give SCU a chance to have the biggest leverage in their possession going into Final Battle, and that's the Ring of Honor World title. But again, I don't see him winning I see him winning the cup, but I don't see him winning the title, unfortunately. Another one from Sparky. Okada was so disappointed if you saw his backstage interview. Also, Ibushi, Omega, they said they didn't want to fight each other, but boy, they did. Yeah, I did see that Okada interview after that draw against Tanahashi. Yeah, that was disappointing. I was so disappointed for Okada because, like Sparky said in one of my comments, Tanahashi had him beat, but the time ran out. And you know how I have my opinions on draws in wrestling. I mean, they're very few and far between when it comes to like WWE or NXT or Ring of Honor when it comes to draws, but New Japan Pro Wrestling really needs to change this rule. I mean, when it comes to the G1 block of finals, you have to make those matches no time limit. Have a definitive winner with a pinfall. Again, I'm not fans of draws. Ever since the Kenny Omega Kazuchika Okada match at Dominion in 2017, that match easily the greatest match in wrestling's history in 2017, but there was no winner. That was the problem. It was a great match, but there was no winner in that matchup. It was a 5-star match. There was no defining winner, but at least that rivalry went into the 4th meeting where Omega won in a no time limit match, which definitely was in Omega's favor. That's what I think they need to do in these block finals, maybe hopefully next year. That block finals should be no time limit, because 30 minutes was not even enough for both of them. That was a foregone conclusion that it was not enough for both of them. And honestly, I don't see them having another match. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I just don't see it happening. I don't see these two, Okada and Tanahashi, facing each other again. Because if it was a pinfall victory by Tanahashi, we would have got maybe another match between the two just to break the tie. But it's still, Okada has 5 wins, Tanahashi has 4 wins, and it's 3 draws. Tanahashi should have won that match clean to even up this series and maybe go on to a game like a match winner to see who would win this rivalry altogether. But another draw, amazing match. Not going to deny that, but it proved nothing. It just proved nothing that we're going to get another draw. I was happy Ibushi and Kenny Omega didn't go 30 minutes because, again, I absolutely did not expect Ibushi to win that matchup. I thought it was going to be a draw because they were so evenly matched. But to have Ibushi beat him with that Kamigoi, just a perfect way to win the block by a pinfall in the final block matches. But again, Okada looked disappointed. But if Tanahashi does win the G1, which he can, I would say Tanahashi definitely needs to fight Okada to prove that he can beat Okada one-on-one without a draw or anything, some interference-wise. I know Switchblade deserves an opportunity, but I can see Tanahashi being the type of guy to just brush off Switchblade, thinking he's not worthy enough to challenge for the briefcase and worthy enough to challenge the IWGP Heavyweight Champion at Wrestle Kingdom. So I think Okada will get that opportunity because I think he deserves it. He only lost 2 matches and only had 1 draw. And that draw cost them everything in A block. But yeah, the Okada-Omega, the Omega Ibushi match was just amazing. If you have not seen it yet, definitely go check it out on NewJapanWorld.com or if you know any wrestling streams. Got no one from the Lunatic Bro. I feel like they're going to do a Daniel Bryan type storyline with Flip Gordon. I mean, it would work, yes, but I think the Daniel Bryan type storyline is kind of now with Jonathan Gresham because Jonathan Gresham kind of looks like Daniel Bryan and he kind of wrestles like Daniel Bryan. Flip Gordon is all about flips. He does some athletically amazing stuff, but Daniel Bryan is a little bit more ground-based, just like Jonathan Gresham is. Jonathan Gresham is just Daniel Bryan in Ring of Honor. Flip Gordon is more like somebody in WWE that's talented but a high flyer. But there's some. But I don't think – I think Flip Gordon has a chance, but it's a very slim chance because knowing there's going to be some bullshit – it's going to be some bullshit Bully Ray interference, I'll bet. No one from Philip Roberts, did you hear what Omega said to Tom Tonga jumping in matches and destroying the G1 and not caring about anything or anybody? Well, isn't that the point of a heel? Like doing what he has to do to make a living? I mean, hey, if he okay, I will admit Tama Tonga kind of did ruin the G1, but he was there to just make a point. He wasn't there to win. He wasn't there to put people over. He was there to put more notoriety on him and the OGs. And I can respect that. As much as I don't like what they did to Kenny Omega and the Bullet Club, I got to respect what they did. I mean, they're trying to make a point. And this year's G1, they made a point by getting involved in every match, having, and I think Tama Tonga had like a win streak in his tag team matches because he was winning all the tag matches for the Guerrillas of Destiny. So again, I don't hate what they did, but I can respect what they were trying to do. They were trying to push the envelope, trying to push the fans to, I don't know, maybe riot. But I respect what he did, Philip, even though he was not there to win. I think he was just trying to prove a point. But I do respect what he did, Philip. Another one from Sparky. I want to Flip to win the NWA title so he could face Cody at All In because Cody hates him. It would be nice, and it would book Flip for All In instantly. Yeah, exactly. That was the whole point. He had to win that match to be All In, but he had his chance. I'll even admit it. He will have his chance. He will have his chance. He had his chance at that match, and I'll even say he had a very good chance to win, but it was just not to be, and now he's not All In. He's all out, and they got some tailgate party with Flip Gordon outside of the arena on September the 1st. So he could surprise some people maybe at the pay-per-view. You just never know. Now from Lunatic Bro, what do you think? Who do you got in the 0 Hour Battle Royal to go against Jay Lethal? Now, the thing is, Lunatic Bro, I can't say it because I have to do my all-in predictions to tell you who I'm picking. Unfortunately, I cannot say it. I don't want to spoil it or anything because the video is ready to go as soon as we get to the last week of August, and I don't want to spoil it for you guys in this stream. But once again, I can't say it because I already made my prediction, and I want to wait until I put the video up to tell you who I got winning. I hope you can understand, Lunatic Bro. It would be kind of stupid for me to say it here now instead of just saying it in my prediction video. So I hope you can wait, and then you'll find out who I got winning that. But I'm actually happy Jay Lethal is going to be defending the Ring of Honor title against whoever wins that Battle Royal. By the way, has anybody seen the movie The Meg yet? That shark movie. Let me know if anybody has seen that match. Number from Sparky, Gargano Ciampa, last man standing. Oh yeah. When I heard that, I was like, yes. Because now if you know your wrestling history, this rivalry between Gargano and Ciampa is just a mirror image of the Shawn Michaels Triple H rivalry. Now let me break it down. The first match between Shawn Michaels and Triple H, SummerSlam 2002. It was an unsanctioned match. Gargano Ciampa, unsanctioned match. Their first meeting. Their second meeting in a 2 out of 3 falls match. The first fall, what was it? A street fight. TakeOver Chicago 2, Gargano Ciampa 2 was a street fight. And now this is a last man standing match. Triple H and Shawn Michaels, the Royal Rumble of 2004 in Philly. And now we're getting a last man standing match in Brooklyn between Gargano and Ciampa. So this matchup is just a complete mirror image of Shawn and Triple H. And we all know how Shawn and Triple H's rivalry ended in 2004. Hell in a Cell. So that match is going to be big because it could be a draw, just like Shawn and Triple H's last man standing match was, or we're going to get a winner going into Hell in a Cell, maybe at TakeOver War Games 2 in November in Los Angeles. Now from Lunatic Bro, if he's in the Battle Royal, I'm going with Austin Aries because at the Jericho Cruise they're doing a Ring of Honor versus Impact match, and so I would think they would do Impact Champion versus Ring of Honor Champion. That would be a good one. Again, I haven't even heard if Aries is going to be in it. I know the only people who are in it right now are Rocky, Colt Cabana, Moose, Ethan Page, and I think a woman's wrestler. But if Aries is in it, I do like your pick. I do like your pick for him to win it, though. I do like it. Another from Sparky. Also, how do you fight Velveteen Dream? How do you feel Velveteen Dream and EC3 segment on NXT? I thought it was childish. It's kind of stupid. It was like it was a great segment, but I just thought it was this dumb. Very, very, very dumb coming from me. But that match is going to be a good one. I can see it being a contenders match for the NXT title or the North American title. Another one from Lunatic. I agree, but if he isn't, I take Moose. Yeah, Moose being the big guy could be a good pick. Colt Cabana being it's in Chicago. Think about that with a grain of salt that Colt Cabana could win in his hometown and challenge the Ring of Honor champion once again in Chicago. I know they met each other in Ring of Honor for the world title in Chicago, so that could actually also happen. So there's like maybe 3 big picks that could win the Battle Royal for a shot at the Ring of Honor title at All In. Now from Philip, those Shawn Michaels and Triple H matches were great. Yeah, and now we're getting it again with Gargano and Ciampa. It's the mirror image of it. It's the perfect rivalry, because if Triple H is running NXT, this is absolutely all on Triple H's idea, and I absolutely loved it, because Triple H and Shawn Michaels' rivalry coming from me was the most intense, most personal rivalry in the WWE, and now we're getting Gargano and Ciampa, easily the most heated and most intense rivalry in NXT and in the WWE right now. So it works perfectly with each other. Another from Sparky, also Jericho Cruz, Alpha Club versus Bullet Club. Yeah, I did hear about that. Nick and Matt and Jericho versus Cody, Scroll, and Kenny. I wish this was on Honor Club, and I wish I could predict it, but it's not going to be on. It's not going to be on Honor Club. It's not going to be on pay-per-view. You got to just be there to see it, unfortunately. And I wish they just give us a chance to put it on Honor Club, so maybe I could predict it. But again, it's out at sea. They don't got no cameras. You got to be there to see it, unfortunately. Now from Lunatic Bro, will DIY reunite after the feud since DX reunited after their feud? You know, I didn't even think about that. I don't know. I doubt they're going to reunite, because whoever wins that Hell in a Cell match at TakeOver War Games 2, I bet you is going to get moved up to the main roster, I think. And right now, I think Johnny Gargano is going to move up. And I think Ciampa's going to stay as the NXT champion. I think he's going to win the last man standing match by any means. But I don't know if that could happen, but I wouldn't be surprised. And Sparky, Kevin and Sammy, because, yeah, they were battling each other, and that rivalry's gone on for years, and they became a tag team. But like WWE always says, anything can happen. Number one from Philip Roberts, I'll go with Colt Cabana, and I'm going on a limb and saying CM Punk is going to show up somewhere, because Chicago. Yeah, and if you don't know, Colt Cabana is actually suing CM Punk for $1 million. So I still don't know if he's going to be there. I just don't think he is done with wrestling. I think he has just left the wrestling business. I know a lot of people want to see Punk at All In, but I just don't see it. As much as I love CM Punk, when he said that he's done officially with wrestling, I believe it. He's not going to come back. As much as the people want him to come back, including myself, I'd rather see him happy doing something that he loves, like taking care of his wife or doing other things other than wrestling. As much as I want him back, I just do not see him being there. Number from Sparky, CM Punk will be outside the building the day before All In to sign autographs. Yeah. He's just there. I would say if he's just doing that and he's getting an honest pay, then I would say all in for him. But I don't think he's going to be in a wrestling ring again. I honestly just do not see that happening again. As much as I want him back, I just don't see him coming back. Another from the Lunatic Bro, CM Punk could show up at G1 Supercard. I think that will only happen if WWE gets Cody and the Young Bucks. If WWE gets Cody and the Young Bucks, Ring of Honor has to get CM Punk for that card at Madison Square Garden. The now sold out Madison Square Garden, but Ring of Honor will maybe push their interest for CM Punk if WWE finds a way to sign Cody and the Young Bucks. If WWE gets those two, I will say they will look to get CM Punk as soon as possible. Now, from Sparky, also I heard Daniel Bryan is the favorite to win versus The Miz. Another bad booking decision. He's not. He does not need to win. Daniel Bryan does not need to win that match. I mean, he has no reason to win that match. Miz has to win that match to even be in the chase for the WWE title after the Samoa Joe AJ Styles rivalry. Miz has to win that match because I think Miz needs to win. It's a must-win for the Miz. Daniel Bryan doesn't need to win as much as he doesn't need to win as much as Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan, again, does not need to win that match. I'm taking the Miz. I'm going to the ballsy pick there. I'm going with the Miz to win that. Another one from Sparky. Cody said he doesn't want to go to WWE for now. WWE wants Omega, Young Bucks, and Marty Scurll. Well, let's say it like this. If WWE gets the Young Bucks, Ring of Honor is going to try to get CM Punk real quick. But I just know they're not going to go. If Omega's still the world champion going into Wrestle Kingdom, he's not going anywhere for another year. The Young Bucks are still all the tag team champions in New Japan and Ring of Honor. I don't think they're going anywhere. Marty Scurll, oh man, I don't know. Marty Scurll is a tough one. I wouldn't be surprised, but I would think, and we saw it on Being the Elite. The Young Bucks were at Orlando at Full Sail. And they were talking about, oh, we just love Orlando. And it's Full Sail, and it almost was like a, hey, we're coming, but not yet. But Marty Scurll to WWE, I think he'd just be like what Austin Aries was. He's great, but he'll be underutilized in the WWE. Philip Roberts got the Miz. Yeah, same here. I don't see the Miz losing that match. Makes no sense that he would lose that match. Daniel Bryan does not need to win, and he is not re-signed yet. So I'm really hoping they add a stipulation to this that says, okay, Miz wins, Daniel Bryan's off WWE for a couple months. Miz wins the WWE title, then Daniel wins the Royal Rumble, and then we have Miz defending the WWE title against Daniel Bryan. That's how I would book it. Another from Sparky, I just don't think they will come. They have the Bullet Club versus Bullet Club storyline, and Being the Elite won't be so good anymore. Well, I'm just hoping they don't come. I'm hoping none of them come to WWE. WWE can get any other stars in the independent circuit, but just stay away from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Stay away from the Bullet Club. Stay away from the Bullet Club Elite. Just stay away in general, because I would rather see them stay where they are and actually have great matches, other than going to WWE and not even be on the card, or just have 5 or 10 minute matches. And the one thing, if you did not hear that the president of New Japan Pro Wrestling says you now in New Japan you can't swear, you can't flip, you can't do this, you can't do, you can't talk. I forget what the rules are. I got to find out what the rules are again. Let me know, Sparky. I wrote it down in the comment section. What are the new rules in New Japan Pro Wrestling that almost looks like they're PGing New Japan Pro Wrestling? Another one from the Lunatic Bro, SCU. Also, another from Sparky. Also, sources say Vince is angry at Ring of Honor New Japan, so he is planning something for sure. Yeah, because I just know how petty McMahon is. Oh, because an independent company like Ring of Honor New Japan sold out Madison Square Garden. And what are you guys doing for Mania? What are you guys doing for Mania? So yeah, Vince McMahon's got something in mind. He always is. He is the master puppeteer of the WWE, and he's going to do something. He's going to find a way to hijack it, or find a way to raid the company, raid the organization of New Japan and Ring of Honor for his own gain. Another from Sparky, classic Vince Kennedy McMahon. Yep, just classic McMahon. Never happy for other companies if it's not his own. That's the best way to say it. Vince McMahon is never happy until his company is number one and every other company is dead in the water. Another one from Philip Roberts, SCU. Another one from the Lunatic Bro, they could have Gargano win the title at Brooklyn during WrestleMania weekend. I I mean, it could happen. But I mean, well, you got to put a stipulation to that then. Okay, you have Last Man Standing at TakeOver Brooklyn next Saturday. You have Hell in a Cell at TakeOver War Games 2 in November. Then you have the Rumble in Arizona for NXT, and then you have the WrestleMania. Then you have NXT TakeOver. This feels going to be another Brooklyn show, but I really think he'll win. I really think Gargano will win the belt inside Hell in a Cell or at the Royal Rumble TakeOver. I don't think he will be the champion going into the WrestleMania TakeOver. Another one from Sparky. It can't be number one if Triple H doesn't get control or if Vince changes his mind about the booking, which I doubt. Yeah, exactly. Triple H, what he's done in NXT has been amazing. What he's done with guys like the Gargano and Ciampa, Aleister Black, Adam Cole in the Undisputed Era, Keith Lee, the newest addition, Matt Riddle. What he's done in NXT is amazing. What Vince is doing is just shit. You're giving us the same shit every week or every pay-per-view. Case in point, Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, the main event of SummerSlam, which coming from me is not the main event, but it's gonna be. That's the thing. Because I know Vince is stubborn. Vince is a stubborn old son of a bitch. He's gonna want his things. He wants his things to go his way. If it's not going his way, it's gonna be you're out. You're done. But if Triple H took over, I think WWE would thrive. Definitely. Maybe work with other promotions. Maybe do interpromotional pay-per-views for like Ring of Honor and New Japan. Maybe. But Vince McMahon is stubborn. He's a stubborn old, crotchety old fool who rambles on incoherently for absolutely no reasons and gives us matches that we don't want, but he wants. Because he has his number one dick suckers like Roman Reigns and John Cena. I know from the Lunatic Bro, at this point, I don't want anyone to get called up. Yeah, that's what I'm really hoping for. Nobody gets called up, but it's almost it's almost like a eventuality somebody's going to get called up, and that's sad because if they go to SmackDown, I think they will do fine. Whoever gets called up, they will go to SmackDown, they will do fine. But if they go to Raw, they're going to get buried to the mid card like Bobby Roode and Finn Balor. No one from Sparky. I heard that Hangman Page might go to NXT next year, but I don't believe it. No, I don't believe it either. He's too hot to go. He's too hot to go after his first G1 this year. He is way too hot to go to anywhere other than Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling. So I'm really hoping that doesn't happen. Lunatic Bro, same thing. No. Just no way. I'm really hoping that's not true at all. Now, another one from Sparky. I think the only bad thing about NXT is that they treat Velveteen Dream like WWE treats Dolph Ziggler. That's not a bad comparison. I didn't even. That's another good analogy. I don't know if they treat Velveteen Dream like WWE treats Dolph Ziggler. I mean, the Velveteen Dream has had some good matches, but I kind of see what your point is because Dolph Ziggler has great matches, but he always loses. The true Mark Buster. And I kind of do agree with you on that. The Lunatic Bro, they treat Ono like that too, Spark. Yeah. But I'm not a fan of Ono. I'm not a fan of Cassius Ono. I remember I liked Chris Hero, but this fat-ass knockout artist, Cassius Ono, I'm not a fan of him. I'm just going to be straight up and honest. I'm not a fan of Cassius Ono. I was a fan of Chris Hero when he was in shape. Cassius Ono, on the other hand, fat-ass knockout artist. Just, I'm not a fan at all. Now, I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. If you guys are enjoying it, definitely hit that like button. Show your support as always. And definitely, if you're new to the channel and you haven't hit that subscribe button, what are you waiting for? Super kick that subscribe button and become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. Another from Sparky. Also, I can already imagine if WWE signing Omega at some point and Vince saying, another solid mid-carder or jobber for Roman. Exactly. That's exactly right. Because I'll say it right now. Kenny Omega gets signed by the WWE. He better be WWE champion in a span of maybe 3 months. If he's not in that WWE title picture and he doesn't win a WWE title, I am done. I am done if that actually happens. But again, I don't see Kenny Omega leaving New Japan this year. maybe next year, but this year he is staying put in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and he's going to stay put as the leader of the Bullet Club Elite. And yeah, if he comes, if Vince sees Kenny Omega, he'll just see him as Bobby Roode, Finn Balor in department. Mid-card to getting speared and getting buried by Roman Reigns. Best way you can say it. No one from Cassius-Ohno, no one from Lucha Pro. Cassius-Ohno is still a great wrestler, though. Yeah, but that was like, he was a great wrestler back in when he was in Ring of Honor. He's like, not, what is he doing in NXT that's impressive? Oh, he's got the knockout thing. Oh, like, that's it. That's his gimmick. Knockout artist. When he was doing stuff in Ring of Honor with Cesaro, it was interesting. And he was actually in shape. And I can't hate on somebody who's big. I'm a big guy, but I mean, the gimmick is weak. Oh, he's a knockout artist. I mean, come on. No, also, we are asking you so many questions, and you haven't even said the thing you wanted from the beginning. Your predictions for the G. Yeah, I keep getting sidetracked. Okay, let's just make this prediction. Let's just make this pick right now. My pick to win this year's G1 Climax 28 tournament between Kota Ibushi and Hiroshi Tanahashi. As much as I would love to see Tanahashi win his third, I think I'm going to go with Kota Ibushi. I think Golden Star is going to make history, be the first man to ever win the New Japan Cup, Best of the Super Juniors, and the G1 Climax. I mean, no man has ever done it, and I think he has Tanahashi's number. This series is still tied 1-1, so this is the rubber matchup. So, coming from me, in the G1 Climax Finals tomorrow morning live on NewJapanWorld.com, I am taking Kota Ibushi to defeat Hiroshi Tanahashi and become the first man to win the Best of the Super Juniors, New Japan Cup, and the G1 Climax. So let me know who you guys have winning this year's G1 Finals between Tanahashi and Ibushi. I have Ibushi winning. And let me know. I know, Sparky, I know you're going to pick Tanahashi, so that's kind of an obvious. And but I know one person is going to be picking Ibushi. I know he's got to be happy that his boy won. That's the Kane Gaming. Now I'm from Plasma Blast. Hey, JT. What's up, Plasma Blast? Plasma Blast, excuse me. How's it going? Hope you're doing fine. Now I'm from Plasma Blast. Bro, like, for real, Chris Hero is way better. Yeah, exactly. He was better. Cassius-Ohno was a joke. Chris Hero was legit good in Ring of Honor. As many little times as I've seen him. But Chris Hero is a hell of a lot better than Cassius-Ohno. Lunatic Bros got Kota Ibushi. Same here. Even though my pick did not win, I'll still make a pick. But Kota Ibushi is my pick. Kota Ibushi's Lunatic Bros pick. Sparky Bro is picking. Sparky Bro. Sparky Bro is obviously going to be picking Tanahashi because you already know who I'm going to say. Tanahashi, go Ace. Again, I wouldn't have any problem with Tanahashi winning the G1. It would be a shock, but I think Ibushi has to win this. If he beat Omega clean, he has to beat Tanahashi. Another one from Plasma Blast. I want Kota Ibushi to win. Well, boy, Sparky, you're in trouble. We already got three people picking Ibushi tomorrow morning. Plasma, he's a great wrestler, yeah. Great striker, too, if you think about it. Another one from Philip Roberts. Did you hear about the Venom movie being PG-13 and not being rated R? And he picks Ibushi. Okay, so it's me, Plasma Blast, Lunatic Bro, and who was the other one? And Philip. Four for Ibushi, one for Tanahashi. So I would think, and it's going to be 5 if Kane Gaming gets on. So it's 5 for Ibushi, 1 for Tanahashi. So Sparky, you could be the lone person to pick the Ace. But back to your question, Philip Roberts, is now a hard pass. I'm not interested in that Venom movie because if it wasn't going to be rated R, I'm not interested. They turn it to PG-13, done. I am not interested in that Venom movie no more. If that movie was a rated R Venom, I would have been all in. PG-13, I'm all out. Known from the Lunatic Bro, who do you think will go against Rey Mysterio? Yeah, he's got a match tomorrow morning. My pick definitely could be Marty Scurll. I think a wild guess because we don't know the card for the finals because it's just like New Year's Dash. They don't tell us what's going on. But I could see it being Marty Scurll, maybe Jushin Liger, maybe. But I go with either Marty Scurll or Jushin Thunder Liger. One of those two for tomorrow morning for Ray. Another one from Plasma Blast. And did you hear about WrestleMania 34 that Velveteen Dream may go to the main roster sooner than you think? But I don't think so. I don't think he's ready to go to the main roster just this yet. I just don't see it. But again, Velveteen Dream is pretty damn talented. He's got maybe the prettiest elbow drop I've ever seen since the Macho Man Randy Savage. But I don't think he's gonna go yet. He can still have some great matches against some top talents in NXT. So I don't think he's ready to go just yet. Plasma Blast picked Ibushi. Plasma also said Metabushi, I wouldn't have a problem with Tanahashi. Yeah, again, I wouldn't have any problem with Tanahashi. It would be a great story for somebody who hasn't won the G1 since, I think, 2015? He hasn't won it in 3 years. And I wouldn't have any problem with that. I would absolutely be happy for the Ace. But I think right now it's Ibushi's time. Ibushi beat the champ. He beat Omega in the middle with a Kamigoye. He beat Omega. He deserves to be the #1 contender for that belt. Another from Lunatic Bro, Kota Ibushi is my original pick to begin with, and you have stuck with him from day 1 to tomorrow final. So I got to give you a lot of respect for you, Lunatic Bro. I got to give you a round of applause for sure. But another from Sparky, I can already hear the crowd chanting, "Go Ace." If he plays his old music, now that place would explode. I like his music now, but his old music is just fire. If he brought that back out tomorrow morning against Ibushi, I may want to change my pick. Another from Plasma, Rey Mysterio kind of can't wait to go to the WWE and that match at All In. That match at All In is going to be good. I'm very interested in what Rey Mysterio is going to do in the WWE. Hopefully, he won't be on 205 Live, but I can see him going there. The only thing I'm really hoping for Rey Mysterio, if he comes back to the WWE, is that he gets a title push. Cruiserweight title, maybe a Intercontinental title run, U.S. title run, World title run. Really hoping for those kind of things for Rey Mysterio. Another one from Sparky also, your thoughts on New Japan Pro Wrestling going PG? I think it was a bad decision, but understandable. They're trying to expand to the U.S. I think this really hurts promos backstage because if you've heard Juice Robinson's promos during the G1, they have been fire without any restrictions. But now with this you can't swear, you can't do this, and I know Makabe is not gonna do the whole Makabe Togi thing, but I think it hurts. It definitely makes them more like WWE, and that's what I don't want it. I did not want to see New Japan become a better version of WWE, but New Japan was better with no restrictions. But now with this new restriction by their owner, I get it, but I think it's a bad move to do it because it's almost like you're taking away what's come from their heart. I mean, Juice Robinson, his promos come from his heart. If he wants to say fuck and all that stuff, let him. But if you're saying that, you gotta, not say fuck, can't say shit, you can't do all this stuff, you're kind of diluting them to WWE promos, and WWE promos are garbage. But that's what I think. I think it's kind of shit. I don't like it, but I can understand they're trying to expand. But expanding is one thing. Ruining promos backstage is another. Another from Lunatic Bro, I think either Jushin Liger or Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay fought Jushin Liger at the Strong Style Evolved. That could have been that. I can actually see that. Will Ospreay facing off against Rey Mysterio because that was supposed to be the match at Strong Style Evolved before Rey Mysterio tore his biceps. So Will Ospreay's another one. I still say Marty Scurll or Jushin Thunder Liger, but I like that lunatic, bro. Another one from Plasma, G125 was the last one he won against Shinsuke. So that was what, 2015, right? I think either 2015 because G1 Climax 26 was Omega, 27 was Naito. Yeah, so 2015. He hasn't won it. He hasn't won it in 3 years. So again, I wouldn't have any problem for somebody who has the ace of the universe in New Japan winning his third G1 and his first G1 in 3 years. So I would have no problem with that. Another from Lunatic, another from Sparky Lunatic like me from the beginning. I said Tanahashi would win. Yeah, and he has. If you have not checked that, if you don't know, he has said it from day one. Just like Lunatic has said Ibushi's gonna win. So it's gonna definitely be a amazing matchup tomorrow morning. And again, I'm sticking with Ibushi, but I wouldn't be mad if Tanahashi win. I know, Sparky, if Tanahashi wins, you're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose your shit. Just like those women were this morning in B Block. No one from Plasma hopefully won't be in 205 Live also. Yeah, I really don't think I hope he doesn't, because they would just, you know, and I know he's a cruiserweight. He's always been known as a cruiserweight, but he's the best big man. He's the biggest little man in the business. And he can go against anybody. And he even challenged for a title. That's how good Rey Mysterio is, or he was, but he looks like he still is. Another from Lunatic Bro, I think Rey will go to SmackDown. I'm really hoping he does. I'm really hoping he goes to SmackDown, maybe have a U.S. title run, because I think that's the only belt that Rey Mysterio has never held, the United States title. So we could see Rey become a Grand Slam champion. So there's an opportunity for Rey Mysterio. Another from Plasma, and I swear to God, I'm done with WWE if and when Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Oh, you mean you're going to be done with WWE if they go? You'll be done with WWE if and when. I mean, if they go to the main roster, I think NXT is going to be in trouble. But I think with talents like Adam Cole, who I think could be a future NXT champion, Matt Riddle, who definitely is going to be at TakeOver Brooklyn next Saturday. I think that I think NXT will be fine even if they do leave. But if they leave, I think they leave a rivalry that I don't think anybody. Oh no, here we go. He meant if they go to 205 Live. Yeah, WWE messes that up and puts Gargano and Ciampa on 205 Live. It's a joke. I would be done with WWE as well, Plasma, for sure. Another one from Sparky. Juice Robinson answered a photo Tama had posted and said, "Thank you for making New Japan Pro Wrestling PG." I mean, you're putting all the blame on Tama. Okay, I can understand that, but again, like you said, Sparky, they want to expand to the United States. They want to be they don't want to be known as just a uncensored, you can say whatever you want, New Japan Pro Wrestling. They gotta have some rules. But again, I don't like it. I kind of do blame Tama Tonga for that, for sure. But again, I wouldn't have it any other way. But if they want to expand to the United States, they're gonna have to put down some big time rules. Another from Sparky, Ray versus Kushida. There's another one. So you got Ospreay, Jushin Liger, Marty Scurll, Kushida. Those are the 4 guys that could be facing Rey Mysterio tomorrow morning in the G1 finals. And I would have no problem with those 4 matches. That is for sure. Yeah, 2015 Plasma. Yeah, so it's been 3 years since since Tanahashi won the G1. So could it happen one more time this tomorrow morning in the finals? Another one from Philip Roberts. Ray should go after the WWE champion AJ Styles. That would be a great match. Yeah, I mean, that would be an amazing match between Mysterio. That would be another amazing match between Mysterio and AJ Styles. But I still don't think AJ is going to be holding the belt long. He'll win at SummerSlam, but he'll lose at Hell in a Cell. So he'll have the belt all the way up to September, for sure. Another one from Lunatic Bro. That's another one, Sparky. Yep. So 4 guys could challenge Rey Mysterio tomorrow morning in the finals. But I like those 4. Another one from Sparky. I can hear Kevin Kelly shouting, "High Fly Flow! 1, 2, 3!" Just, I can see it. I can absolutely see it. I can absolutely see that happening. Again, I have no problem with Tanahashi winning, but I got to go with Ibushi. But I wouldn't mind seeing a Kevin Kelly going crazy for a High Fly Flow. No one from the Lunatic Bro. I remember Kevin Kelly saying that a woman was crying when Zack Sabre Jr. won. I did hear about that when I was watching it. Like, it was a Naito fan that, like, they have got to show where that woman was, because I actually want to see it. I actually want to see that. I actually do want to see that, because I know Kevin Kelly and Rock Romero were talking about this woman was crying behind us. Let's see it. Let's see the emotion from people. You show the crowd all the time in these New Japan shows. Show the people. Show people crying when Naito lost because he got too cocky and when he went for a second Destino. I mean, he had Zack Sabre Jr. beat with that first Destino. If he just pinned him, he would have won that match and actually won the block, because Ibushi won, and if Naito won, Naito would have won the block. But he got too damn cocky. He got cocky against Kota Ibushi. He got cocky against Kenny Omega. He got cocky against Kazuchika Okada. And now he got cocky against Zack Sabre Jr. Point blank, period. I can't even believe New Japan Pro Wrestling thinks this guy is the next star. I mean, let's see. He hasn't beaten Okada in 2 years, since 2016. He hasn't beaten Omega. He hasn't beaten He hasn't beaten Ibushi once in the G1, but he didn't beat him this year. I don't think he's beaten what do you call it? I don't think he's even beaten Tanahashi. They're saying this guy's the top star. He's like the #1 Japanese star in New Japan Pro Wrestling when he couldn't even beat Okada. He hasn't beaten Okada in 2 years, and he's like the MVP every year. No one from Sparky. That was the plan in the beginning. AJ to beat Joe at SummerSlam and Ray coming out and challenging AJ. But now that Ray is all in, he can come after September. Yeah, exactly. That makes the most sense. I mean, that would have been amazing if Rey Mysterio was going to challenge AJ Styles at Hell in a Cell. But I think being it's AJ and Samoa Joe and they never have a bad match, there was going to be a rematch at Hell in a Cell either way. And Samoa Joe and AJ are going to have maybe like 2 amazing matches, especially at SummerSlam, because those 2 never have a bad match. If you've known their history as much as I have, watching them in in TNA, they never had a bad match. So the match at SummerSlam is the main event. That one from Plasma. Oops, I meant I'm done with WWE if they put Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa on 205 Live. I wouldn't be surprised if they do. I'm on the boat I'm on the boat with you, Plasma, because WWE doesn't know what they're doing. They honestly just don't know. That one from Sparky. Naito had it coming. He was too cocky. That's the understatement of the year. He's lately getting cocky now. Like, I mean, does he want to win the IWGP Heavyweight title again? I mean, we haven't seen him hold it in 2 years. Does he want to win it again, or does he just want to be cocky and go for 2 or maybe 3 Destinos when you had him beat with 1? No one from Philip Roberts. Yes, he was. Yeah, he was. He was cocky against Ibushi, and then he got cocky against Zack Sabre Jr. when it mattered the most. No one from Lunatic Bro. Zack Sabre Jr. is a great heel. He's a great heel for tapping people out. That's for sure. That is for sure. I still think the best heel in New Japan Pro Wrestling is Switchblade Jay White. I think he gets the crowd so against him. Tama Tonga is right up there. But Zack Sabre Jr. is a great heel because he makes you just tap out. Another from Sparky, that Tranquilo is getting on his head so much. Yeah, and he's letting the crowd get to him. We saw it in Osaka against Ibushi. He was more interested in what the crowd was saying about him. Like, think about the match. Think about the match, Naito. Stop thinking about the crowd. If you want to be the IWGP Heavyweight Champion again, Just win the match. Do what you did the first 6 matches before Ibushi's. Another one from Sparky. They say AJ will keep the title until October when the game comes out. Yeah, because he is the cover boy for 2K19, so it makes sense that he would not lose the belt until the game come out, and then he'll lose the belt. Another one from Lunatic Bro. I'm getting Fire Pro Wrestling World over WWE 2K19. Smart. You smart, because that is the best wrestling game in the world right now when it comes to wrestling. I saw the story mode for Fire Pro Wrestling World on somebody's stream this morning on Pulse's stream. It's amazing, and I saw how much you can edit. You can actually do a lot of stuff on that game. But Fire Pro Wrestling World, if you're a wrestling fan and you have a PlayStation 4 or for any other games, but it is the best wrestling game out there. It is better than any 2K game that's come out. Fire Pro Wrestling World, including all the New Japan stars, is going to be Ichiban, baby, #1. Another one from Plasma, because they're amazing wrestlers and because they're not big enough in Vince's and they're under 205, that's why it's called 205 Live. Like every cruiserweight is either 205 pounds, 205 pounds or under. Yeah. But I don't think Vince McMahon has control over 205 Live. I think Triple H does, because if Vince had control of 205 Live, we would see them more on Monday Night Raw and at Raw pay-per-views. But I think Triple H has control of 205 Live. So if Gargano and Ciampa go there, they can expose. They can even make that rivalry even bigger on maybe a smaller scale like 205 Live. Maybe make it a little bit more interesting and maybe a little bit more simple. Known from Sparky, Zack was the best heel after New Japan Cup and until Sakura Genesis. Yeah, he was the best heel because he tapped out 4 of the best. He tapped out Okada and he tapped out Tanahashi in the finals. He tapped out Ibushi, Sonata, and Naito. That made him the best heel because that made him the best heel at that time. But then when Switchblade started to get better at what he was doing, he became the top heel of that company. Another one from Philip Roberts. I'm getting both games, and I can't wait for my Fire Pro Wrestling game because I pre-ordered. Oh, wow. Huh. That's going to be – Philip, did you get the New Japan pack? Because that's going to be – you get all the New Japan stars. I saw some of the ones that they have. But if you got the pre-order, hopefully you got the New Japan part of it as well. Another one from Lunatic Bro. He is ZSJ. He is Zack Sabre Jr. Yes. Taka Michinoku. Top hype man supreme for sure. Another one from Plasma. Smart, the Lunatic Bro. Yeah, Lunatic Bro is pretty smart to get Fire Pro Wrestling World instead of 2K19. That's smart. Another one from Plasma. I'm still going to get both games though. Hey. But I would think you're going to be playing Fire Pro Wrestling World more than 2K, even though 2K is just a better looking 2K18. Another from Sparky. If you know him, Chris Danger uploaded gameplay. Yes, I watched it yesterday. I am subscribed to Dank Ops. I'm subscribed to Pulse as well and Pulse in Progress. But Danger talks a lot. That's the problem I have with Chris Danger, Dank Ops. He talks so much during those matches. You should just talk a little bit, but don't talk during the whole effing match. Like, I get that. But Chris Danger is but the guy you need to watch, Sparky, when it comes to Fire Pro Wrestling World is Pulse. Pulse in Progress, because he does like a Patreon thing for his Patreon users that he's doing Fire Pro Wrestling tournaments every month. So if you're a fan of Fire Pro Wrestling World, watch Pulse in Progress and Pulse on YouTube for sure. No one from Plasma, he does, yes. No one from Lunatic Bro, Taka Michinoku is better than Gato in my opinion. He is. I mean, we know Gato's the booker, but Taka Michinoku as a hype man for Zack Sabre time is money. And I've watched Taka Michinoku since his WWF days. Like, he is definitely, and now he's part of Suzuki Gun. It's working, and he's hyping up Zack Sabre Jr. like he is God, and it's produced for him. I mean, he beat Naito not once, but twice this year. What else is there to say? He beat Naito. He tapped him out in the New Japan Cup, and then he beat him in the G1 B Block match this morning. He is going to be a champ very soon. I'm saying never open weight for me. That one from Plasma. You're one of my favorite wrestling YouTubers now. Well, thanks, Plasma. I mean, I'm trying my best. I'm not like a lot of other a lot of wrestling predictors, but I mean, I try my best. But I do appreciate that I'm your favorite wrestling YouTuber. Now, I try my best, but again, thank you, Plasma. I really do appreciate it. Another one from Sparky. I love how Tama Loa introduced Tama Tonga. He is, and that is my brother, the bad boy, Tama Tonga. I mean, Tama Tonga, if he does that, he would be right up there with Taka. He puts his boy over, his brother, Tama Tonga, but I do like it. But I do like how they're now letting the wrestlers introduce their either their partners or their teammates. I know he did one for Fale. I know Tama Loa did one for Fale. He's done one for Tama Tonga, but it's worked. Another one from Plasma. I'm definitely going to play Fire Pro Wrestling World more than 2K19. Plasma, you smart. You know you're wrestling. That's the best wrestling game out there. 2K19, I'm just going to say right now, I've only played 2K17 on 360, and I've seen gameplay for 2K18. It's good. 2K19 is just a better looking version of 2K18 with a couple little things like this ladder mode, like they did like for Mortal Kombat Street and Mortal Kombat. They're going to do like a tower mode for 2K19. You can play Rey. You can play Ronda Rousey. I mean, that's fun and all, but I mean, you got how many wrestlers on Fire Pro Wrestling World? You have a story mode that you got to start as a young lion, moving your way up to the top. You can edit everything fast, quick, and all of that. I know him from Lunatic Bro. Come on over here. Taka is coming, motherfucker. I know him from Philip. I can't wait for that Fire Pro Wrestling game. Yeah, I cannot wait to watch gameplay for that. It's going to be so much fun. Definitely, I'm hoping Pulse does a full gameplay, full gameplay of that game mode that they have for, like, you start as a young lion and then you move your way up to the highest ranks of New Japan Pro Wrestling. I cannot wait to see if Pulse is going to do that for sure. I know from the Lunatic Bro. I noticed that every Gaijin in Suzuki Gun is always with Taka Michinoku. Is he? I mean, Zack Sabre Jr. is one. I mean, I don't know. Is he? That's a great question, Lunatic Bro. I didn't even notice that. I honestly did not notice that every Gaijin in Suzuki Gun is always with Taka. I mean, I've always seen him with what? Iizuka, Taichi. Okay, Shelton Benjamin. Okay, so again, I did not watch the Suzuki Gun with Shelton Benjamin before, so I didn't know he was always tagging with. I didn't know he was always with Taka and Shelton. Okay, so I didn't know that, Lunatic Bro, but it makes sense. I mean, he made himself famous in the United States as the WWF Light Heavyweight Champion in the WWF, so it made sense that he would work with guys just like him, a guy who was working in the United States as a gaijin. But I can understand that for sure. Another one from Sparky. Even Naito does his Tranquilo pose. That almost says you got to get the game. If you can do all the pose on Fire Pro Wrestling World on that game, you can actually have them talk in that game. I think I saw that in Pulse's live stream, like before it ended, that you can hear Evil saying this is evil and everything is evil. But what do you call it? But if you can do that on the game, if you can do the whole Kenny Omega thing, buy the game. That's the game. I mean, if like, what are the poses on WWE 2K? Oh, like, they do good poses, but they do good taunts. But Naito's taunt on the game? That's the game. No one from Sparky. Taka is a medium too. he says that Naito will get what he got at the New Japan Cup. Huh. He was almost Nostradamus if you think about it. That's scary enough that he beat him twice in 1 year. And you're talking about Okada being broken? Hell, Naito's broken. He's even more broken than Okada. Like, let's think about that. You say Okada's broken after losing the IWGP Heavyweight title. Hell, Naito's more broken than Okada, if you ask me. Another one from Lunatic Bro, Shelton Benjamin was with him. Okay, so again, I didn't know that because I didn't watch a lot of Shelton Benjamin stuff in Suzuki Gun other than him beating Shinsuke Nakamura. That was the only time I saw him. Another one from Plasma, like to me, the only thing that's different than 2K18 is that, like in 2K18, in the entrance of a superstar with title, it would glitch through the entrance, but 2K19 fixed that, and I think 2K Showcase. Hopefully they will do something for that. I mean, 2K Showcase was actually cool for what, 2K15, 2K16. It didn't happen in 2K17. Didn't happen in 2K18 other than my career. But if they add 2K Showcase, it better be good. Because, I mean, the 2K Showcases I've seen in the past WWE games have been actually really good, honestly. So that's maybe the only thing I'm really hoping that 2K will come out for 2K19. Hopefully it will come out for Plasma. Now, you guys are enjoying the stream. Thank you guys for showing up this weekend. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. If you're enjoying the stream, definitely hit that like button. Show your support as always. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, definitely super kick that like button. Even Kami Goid or Destino it and become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. Another one from Philip Roberts. I did, and that is why I can't wait for my Fire Pro Wrestling. I'm still gonna get 2K19. Yeah, but the overwhelming success of Fire Pro Wrestling World is going to be a little bit more bigger than 2K19. But I respect that you're getting both games, but we know the deal. Fire Pro Wrestling World is the game to play the most. 2K19 is played maybe the middle or the least. Another one from Lunatic Bro, Taka Michinoku is a playable character on Fire Pro Wrestling. And he says just tap out. He said, I've heard it. So if you can have Taka talk like he does in the game than he does in real life, I'm done. That game is going to be amazing. Another one from Sparky. Also, I can't understand why Omega is so scared of Suzuki. We saw the press conference for the G1 Climax this and last year, but it's funny. I have seen it, but let me ask you, Sparky. If Suzuki was in your face, what would you do? Because I would just do this. I would not even look at him in the eye, because if you look at him in the eye, he will kill you. That's what I'm saying. That's why I can understand why Omega is so scared of Suzuki. Hell, any guy who's in the ring with Minoru Suzuki is going to be scared. Look at those young lions he beats up. But I'd ask you guys, if Minoru Suzuki was right in front of you, what would you do? Honestly, what would you do? Me, I would just not even look at him. Show respect to him. Don't even look at him. Now from Sparky, GM mode is back on 2K19. A Lunatic Bro just replied, sadly, it's not. They don't add GM mode in 2K19. What's the point? Like, GM mode made SmackDown versus Raw like the best wrestling game. And then they took it off for some odd reason. And if they don't add any, like, the only new mode they added for 2K19, as I have heard, is a tower mode. Like Mortal Kombat. If you played Mortal Kombat, you know what I'm talking about. Like a tower mode, you go from you start at the bottom and then you go all the way to the top. That's what they're adding to 2K19, a ladder mode, like they did for Mortal Kombat. Another one from Plasma. I knew Benjamin was in New Japan. I didn't think his career in New Japan was good and currently in WWE, but I can't remember the last time I saw him on SmackDown. He's like the missing guy on the milk cart. Missing Shelton Benjamin. We haven't seen him since I haven't seen him on SmackDown in a couple months. And I bet if he does come back, they'll have him lose, just like they did with the Bar. I mean, ridiculous. I mean, just ridiculous that they don't have that Shelton Benjamin is being so underutilized on SmackDown. I got another one from Philip. Hey, man, I got to go. Too sweet. Too sweet to you, Philip. And I love your live streams. Keep it up. And Red Shoes is a beast. You damn right, my friend. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for being on the stream, Philip Roberts. You already know, baby. Too sweet. And thanks for the love on the live stream, as always. Keep it up. And I will. And I'll try my best for you guys. Another one from Lunatic Bro. It was just a pull that Xavier Woods did and people want it. That's just such a cock tease. What a cock tease that is. That is an absolute cock tease. Oh, do you want a GM mode on WWE 2K19? Oh, of course, a lot of people are going to say yes, but we're not going to put it in. We're going to put this tower mode like Mortal Kombat. Now from Lunatic Bro, I would run away. Smart. Now from Sparky. If in real life, nothing, because he is a nice guy. I've seen him on Twitter. He seems like a really nice guy. But if I was a wrestler, I would show respect too. Yeah. Oh yeah. Show respect to the king, the sadist. But if in real life, like if you're not in a wrestling ring, he would definitely seem like a nice guy to hang out with. Even though he's such a menacing figure in wrestling. No one from Plasma, and I watched. And I would. Okay, wait. Let me get this right here. I feel like Bobby Lashley, Nakamura, Sami Zayn. I know from Philip. Hey, did you know Brock Lesnar and Shelton Benjamin were a team in OVW? Yeah, I remember that, but I didn't watch a lot of OVW because that was like the. But I did hear they were a tag team because they were weren't they in the same collegiate school in Minnesota? Yeah, I think so. So it made sense those two would be tag teaming. Okay, WWE and I watched this video. I feel like Bobby Lashley, Nakamura, and Sami Zayn, and like people who used to wrestle in other companies, coming to WWE because their careers have not been good. Yeah, some of those international stars like Bobby Lashley, like Nakamura, like Sami Zayn haven't really done nothing in WWE. I mean, yes, Nakamura's been the NXT champion, but other than that, very yawn U.S. title run. Bobby Lashley, who got buried as soon as he beat Roman Reigns. Sami Zayn, who was the NXT champion, to now being on the sidelines with another shoulder injury. Boy, that's just too bad. I mean, it's just sad what the company is doing with international stars, unlike AJ Styles and others. Now I'm from Plasma. I would do the same thing if Minoru Suzuki was by me or in front of me. Yeah, smart. Like if it was in real life and it was just not in a wrestling ring, I show respect. But if it's a wrestling ring, I'm out. I'm out, girl. Bye. Now I'm from Plasma. I wouldn't be scared of Okada or White though. Well, they're kind of good guys, except for Jay White. I mean, I wouldn't know because I've never met wrestlers. I never met wrestlers in real life. Sparky, Okada, he would probably throw balloons at you. Well, if he actually had his balloons in the A Block final on Friday, he would have won that match. But Budokan bans balloons. Like I would think that's maybe the one reason that Okada didn't win that match, and you can see how unhappy he was after. He didn't have the balloons. And I kind of feel for him that I'm really hoping they don't go back to the Budokan next year, because if they have those kind of strict rules and Okada had won all of his matches since he brought out the balloons after he lost to Paul A, he just won 6 straight with balloons, and then you say, well, you can't bring them, they're banned. He was going to lose because he didn't have the balloons. Known from Plasma, like the only title Sami Zayn won was like the NXT title, I think. Yeah, that's it. That's the only title he held, was the NXT title. Known from Sparky, I have met the Young Bucks, Kenny, AJ, Gargano, Cody, Marty. Oh, wow, you met almost all of them. Hell. They gotta be cool. They gotta be cool in real life, I imagine. They gotta be ridiculously cool in real life. There's not really bad people. There's not really bad what do you call it? Like bad people to hang just to say what's up to, even if they're wrestlers. It's another from Plasma. It's weird. He's like different since losing the title. Now wearing red tights instead of gold. Yeah, he's not the same person. And hell, we haven't like he's been injured. I mean, he's had what was Sami Zayn's last great match? Let's be honest here. What was Sami Zayn's last great match on WWE television? I mean, it's been a while. But again, if you're joining the stream right now, what is up? JT Dangerously here, and I made my predictions for the G1 Climax Finals that happens tomorrow morning live on NewJapanWorld.com, and I'm picking Kota Ibushi to defeat Hiroshi Tanahashi and become the first man to win the New Japan Cup, Best of the Super Juniors, and the G1 Climax. So, once again, my pick is Kota Ibushi to win the G1. Sparky versus Kevin at Battleground. Okay, but was that this year, the year before? That was what, 2016, wasn't it? Either 2016 or 2017. Because if that's been around what? Let me know, Sparky. I think I know the pay-per-view, but I don't remember the year. Okay, 2016. So Sami Zayn hasn't had a legitimate good match in 2 years. That tells you enough that he has been buried, or he has been buried on the WWE. He was more fun to watch on SmackDown than he was on Raw. Let's be honest. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were the best thing on SmackDown in that year, easily. Now I'm from Plasma, and like he held the NXT title for 6 days because after winning, Kevin Owens attacked him, and then he was injured after the powerbomb on the apron, and then he defended it once again against Kevin and lost. Yeah, and ever since then, he's just been the guy to take the pin. Oh, he lost to Shinsuke Nakamura. He lost the guys. He lost the guys before he moved up to the main roster. Then he got hurt during the Cena match when he was doing the whole, riling up the crowd. And then ever since then, it's just been a joke. He's been wrestling great matches and not getting the success, not even a title run. He hasn't had one title run in the WWE. And again, I don't understand it. I like Sami Zayn. I liked El Generico when he was in the Ring of Honor. But to not have him hold one WWE title is a joke. I mean, hell, Kevin Owens has been, he's won almost every title except the tag belts. And he won the NXT title, and he's more successful. No one from Plasma. He isn't over for Vince. Well, because he's not sucking Vince's dick. We know the deal. We know the deal on this channel. When it comes to getting over, you got to suck Vince's dick to get over. If you're not sucking Vince's dick, you're going to be mid-card, or you're going to be where Bobby Roode and Finn Balor are on every Monday night. Number from Plasma, 2016 was 2 good matches from Sami against debuting Nakamura in NXT, and then Battleground 2016 and defeating Kevin. That's all I remember. Yeah, that's what everybody remembers. That's the 2 best matches Sami Zayn has had in NXT and WWE. That's it. Let's be honest. Sami Zayn has been a bust. He has been a bust. He's not even on Raw anymore. And honestly, he was doing nothing on Raw. He was doing that whole storyline with Bobby Lashley, which was just stupid. Stupid. Now from Philip, I have met Edge before. Before he retired, he was cool and signing my shirt that I had on. Wow. Wow. See, you guys are lucky. I never got to go to any the wrestling events. So I'm only just the guy who watches it on my computer. But again, you guys are very lucky. I mean, Fresno doesn't really get a lot of wrestling stuff. Now I'm from Plasma, but the 2016 Nakamura match was almost 5 stars. Yeah, that match was a great match. But it was also a predictable match because Nakamura was the new guy, Sami was the guy leaving. So that was kind of an obvious match. It was a great match, but it was kind of obvious who was going to win. Number from Sparky. Last time I remember Sheldon on TV, he was when he was with Gable. That was like what, a year ago. It was like what, 27. That was like 2017. Like, we haven't seen Sheldon Benjamin on TV in over a year. Like really, this guy is athletically gifted, and you're not even putting him on TV anymore. Like, then why sign him? Let him go to New Japan again. Let him be on Ring of Honor if he can actually wrestle. I mean, just as stupid. Like, they have all these great talents that they're wasting on SmackDown and Raw. Then just get rid of them. I'm just waiting until Neville leaves, because they're still keeping Neville hostage for some odd reason. No one from Plasma. You met Cena. Wow, okay. That is amazing to meet John Cena, 17-time world champ. Yeah, no one Sparky. Yeah, me too. So you guys are both like, so it's been about a year since we've seen Sheldon Benjamin on television. Another from Sparky. Matt Jackson signed me at an on a signed on. Wait, let me read that again. Matt signed me on an Elite shirt. So lucky me. Oh boy, you are so lucky. So lucky. You guys are lucky. But that's awesome. Never from Plasma. He is gifted. Yeah, Sheldon Benjamin is gifted. He wouldn't have been like a great Intercontinental champion, a great U.S. champion, a multiple-time tag team champion. But they're just wasting him. Now we're from Sparky. Neville to New Japan Pro Wrestling. Oh my God, yeah. If he comes, that juniors division just gets a hell of a lot more bigger, because you got Ishimori, you got Marty Scurll, Kushida, Ospreay, Sho and Yo, Taguchi, and then you add Neville or Pac. Done. That juniors division is going to be lit next year. Another one from Plasma, and like actually last time I saw him was that 2 out of 3 falls match against the Usos and lost in both rounds. Yeah. That was maybe the most, that was like kind of embarrassing. Like, you have him, you push Gable and Benjamin, and then you just have him get buried by the Usos. And it seems like he's been buried since then. Now from Plasma, that's why I like his first run in WWE, Benjamin. Yeah, his first run in WWE was great. Team Angle gimmick, him going to Raw, him beating Triple H in the shock of 04. But his run in 2000, his early first run was amazing. His run now has just been a joke. That second fall felt like a botch. I thought Gable would break it up. And it almost like he could have, but he didn't. It just feels, I feel bad for guys like Sheldon Benjamin. Like, you bring him back, yet you do nothing with him. That's like what they're doing with Bobby. You bring him back to the WWE, and what do you have him do? You have him job to Roman Reigns in a huge match. That's that. Again, one thank you guys so very much for watching the stream. If you guys are enjoying the stream, let me know in the chat box. And if you do enjoy the stream, definitely hit that like button, show your love. And if you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe, become part of this Bigger Dangerous Alliance. I got 2 big videos that are coming up Monday for SummerSlam and NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4. And then 2 weeks later, I'll have my all-in predictions and my Week 1 college football predictions. So if you're a huge college football fan, Week 1 predictions will be up in 2 weeks. And then we go into the month of September, and we got so many videos. You don't have a clue how many videos are going to be up on the channel. You may be seeing 3 videos in one day, or maybe 5 videos in another day. So stay tuned for that, and definitely subscribe to the channel if you're a huge football fan, huge wrestling fan, huge sports fan in general. And if you do enjoy these streams, definitely hit the notification bell, because I stream when you least expect it. Hope you guys are having a good time. I want to thank guys like the Lunatic Bro, Plasma Heat, Sparky, Philip Roberts for showing up on the stream today. Again, thank you guys once again for showing up, showing your love on the channel and on this stream. Again, thank you guys. Thank you guys so very much. Plasma, sorry, JT, but I gotta go. I'm sorry. Hey, don't be sorry, man. I'm just happy you showed up on the stream today. But again, thank you for showing up once again. I do appreciate it. Thanks. And again, I try my best on these videos, and I do appreciate your support as always. Again. But I do appreciate it. I do appreciate Plasma Heat for all the kind words, for sure. None from him, not Oscar besides now. Yeah, Oscar's been kind of wasted. And thank God she's not added to the triple threat match, which I know Sparky has been saying, oh, it's going to happen, but it's not going to happen. But again, if you have to go, Plasma, I hope you have a great rest of the weekend. Thank you for showing up for the stream again. Thanks for the kind words you said about loving the channel. Again, thank you again. I try my best, and I do appreciate it. Sparky, I'm surprised we haven't heard from Kane yet. I wonder if Kane is gonna say something about Ibushi in the comments section in this video. So, yeah, that's gonna be fun. But once again, I did make my picks for the finals of the G1 Climax tournament, which ends tomorrow morning live on NewJapanWorld.com. I am taking Kota Ibushi to win his first ever G1 Climax and defeat the ace of the universe, Hiroshi Tanahashi. Yeah, me too. I thought he would be the first one to comment after Zack Sabre Jr. saved him. Yeah, that's the word. He saved his ass. But I guarantee you right after this end of this stream, he'll comment something. I know he will. And he was going to say, oh, but let's see if he's going to actually say Zack Sabre Jr. saved my life. Because if Zack Sabre Jr. didn't win that match, Sparky, he would have lost it. He would have lost it. But I'm happy that Zack Sabre Jr. actually won. I have no problem with it. Oh, we got the betting odds for SummerSlam. Let me see the betting. Sparky, they just brought out the betting odds for SummerSlam. Let me check these out. And I'll let you guys know on the stream what are the betting odds as of right now for SummerSlam next Sunday, live on the WWE Network. I actually want to know these. And we did add a match. There was a match added to the card. There was a match added to the card. It's a mixed tag match between Lana and Rusev versus Selena Vega and Andrea Cien Almas. So I'll have that prediction in the comment section. In the comment section of my SummerSlam predictions. All right, let's see. Oh, here we go. Okay, Sparky, they actually have. All right, here's the betting odds right now. Here's the betting odds. Roman Reigns is favored to beat Brock Lesnar as of right now. AJ Styles is favored to retain the WWE title against Samoa Joe. Ronda Rousey is favored to become the new Raw Women's Champion. Carmella is actually favored to retain, if you can believe it. Seth Rollins is favored to win the Intercontinental title over Dolph Ziggler. Nakamura is favored to win the U.S. title over retain over Jeff Hardy. Alexander is favored to retain the Cruiserweight title against Drew Gulak. The Bludgeon Brothers are favored to retain. Braun Strowman is favored to retain. Daniel Bryan is favored to retain. And Finn Balor is favored to retain. So those are the betting odds right now for SummerSlam. And that could definitely change before the end of before next week. But another one from Sparky, but he was right. Naito didn't deserve to win the block. I would say yeah, because if he won the block like that, like off a technicality, I would say the same thing I said about Tanahashi winning. He didn't win; he just won on a technicality. But I can also, again, with the finals tomorrow morning, I can also see Tanahashi winning because he's part of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Kota Ibushi is still a freelancer. He doesn't wrestle. He just wrestles in other companies. He's not stick to one company. So I can also definitely see Tanahashi winning, but I'm going to stick with Ibushi. Another from Sparky, I think Charlotte will turn heel and win the title. If she wins the title, it's a joke. It's a joke. We all know Becky deserves to win that match because she has been on fire, and Charlotte hasn't won since WrestleMania. And you're saying she's going to win the belt? I mean, I just know McMahon's going to do some bullshit like that just because she's a Flair. That makes them all. She's a Flair. She's going to win the belt. Like, I swear, if they go down that path, I will lose my shit. Because Charlotte absolutely does not deserve to be in this matchup, nor does she deserve to be the champion. Another one from Sparky, they can have Becky chasing like a huge babyface and win the Rumble. But to have Charlotte win the belt again, and we know she barely lost that belt at against Carmella. I mean, I don't want to see Charlotte win the belt again. I've been through that in 2016 and 2017. I mean, enough. They have got to give it to somebody who's earned it and who has definitely deserved it. Charlotte, yes, has earned it, but she doesn't deserve to be in the match. Becky has been on fire since Money in the Bank, and she has beaten Carmella. She has beaten Charlotte. She has beaten Sonya, Mandy, Billy, and Peyton. She's on, but it's Vince McMahon. Exactly. McMahon will always clamor to his favorites, like Ric Flair. And if Ric Flair's daughter is in the title matchup, they're going to give it to her, and I'm not going to be happy with it. I'm fine with it. I would be fine if Becky does not win. It's a joke. Plasma's back. I'm back. Welcome back, Plasma. I was like quick. That was like a quick exit there, Plasma, but welcome back. I may be cutting this stream down like in a couple minutes, so just letting you guys know. I can see Brian winning just to have him resign. But does he need it? But does he really need it? Does he really need it, Sparky? Does he really need to win this matchup just to say he's better than The Miz? Miz will never be as good as Daniel Bryan. Miz has to win that match. Daniel Bryan, again, his contract ends in September. Again, it's Vince McMahon. Yes, I should keep saying that every time I say it. It's Vince McMahon. But if he put it like this, if Daniel Bryan was going to resign, why hasn't he resigned yet? He has not resigned yet. And we're going into next week's SummerSlam without him resigning. And his contract expires in September. If he was going to resign with the WWE, why hasn't he done it yet? Because I've heard that he wants more money. Like, he wants more time off. Well, everybody wants time off, but another from Sparky, they even don't have him for many live shows. And that's almost a tell that he's not going to well, again, like they say in those house shows, cards subject to change. So that could definitely be the reason. Another reason that is he may not re-sign. They may have Miz beat Daniel Bryan. Yes, that could actually happen, folks. Daniel Bryan resigns. He stays off WWE television for a couple months. Like I said, he wins the Rumble. Miz wins the WWE title, and then we have the match that everybody wants. Miz defending the WWE title against Daniel Bryan. Or have them be a team at Survivor Series and cost Team SmackDown the SmackDown versus Raw match. Another from Plasma, I really want Joe, Bryan, Strong, Ciampa, Gargano, Rollins, Balor to go back to Ring of Honor in New Japan and Nakamura. Well, a lot of people would love to see that, Plasma, but I don't think it's going to happen because they seem like they are making a lot better money in WWE, just like Sparky said. No, they all stay on WWE because of the money. Yeah. And it's a big stage. No offense to Ring of Honor, no offense to New Japan Pro Wrestling, but WWE is the big stage in wrestling, even though their wrestling is very predictable and a lot of 50-50 booking. But But yeah, but Plasma, I don't think any of those guys are going to go back. Again, I know Nakamura is going to re-sign. The only question is Gallows and Anderson are going to re-sign. That's the biggest question. But again, I don't see those guys leaving, but I would love to see them go back, but I doubt it. And now from Sparky, Nakamura said he is aging and he can't wrestle the New Japan style anymore. Well, hell, there's not a lot of people that can wrestle the New Japan style anymore. I mean, look what Ishii's doing. I mean, Ishii's doing it and look what Suzuki's doing. Look what Okada's been doing. Look what Omega's been doing. They've been doing it. They've been killing it. They've been showing the legacy of the fighting spirit. Nakamura is now more of a character. He wrestles like he wrestles the strong style, but now he's more of a hold that like that stuff. He's now more of a character. Another from Sparky, Okada is very young. He's like what? He's 30. He's like I think he's late or early 30s. I think Sparky. I think he's early 30s or late or like early 20 or late 20s, early 30s. Yeah, but Okada's still young, and he's already a 4-time and the longest reigning former IWGP Heavyweight Champion. So, I know a lot of people compare him to Orton. Like, he's young and he's talented. Number from Sparky, he isn't even the king of strong style anymore. He is the artist known as Shinsuke Nakamura. And even his entrances are getting boring. Like, I saw some of his entrances in New Japan with the whole crown and the look. His entrances in New Japan are better than the ones in the WWE. I mean, his NXT ones were good, but the ones in New Japan were amazing. Yeah, he's not even the king of strong style anymore. He's more of the king of nut shots, if you think about it. If you get what I mean, Sparky, he's now the king of nut shots, Shinsuke Nakamura. Now from Plasma, yeah, I was watching Access TV. They said in the match against Tanahashi in 2018 that he was still very young, like I think 30. Yeah, he is what Randy Orton is in the WWE. He's a veteran, but he's still at the peak of his career. Rip to me. Once again, if you guys are enjoying the stream, thank you guys for showing up on the stream this Saturday afternoon. Wherever you guys are, I hope you guys are having a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, or even the next day. If you are enjoying the stream, thank you guys for showing up. And if you are enjoying it, definitely hit that like button. And if you want to join the Dangerous Alliance, definitely hit that subscribe button and become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. Another from Sparky, that's what I thought. In this G1, some guy was mocking WWE. Tama mocked Roman, Jay mocked Nakamura, and the low blows. Seems like everybody's copying or mocking every person's move. I mean, the Nakamura Kinshasa was not really a mocking when he beat Naito after he hit that Kinshasa and the Kamigoi. I think that was just an homage to Nakamura's Bumaye knee from Ibushi, but everything else has been kind of a mocking. Tama mocking Roman, Jay mocking Nakamura with the nut shots. Then from Sparky, I'm making coffee to stay awake because my friends will come to watch the finals and all are saying Ibushi will win. Well, hey, sometimes you got to be, if everybody's picking against your guy, sometimes, and it's happened before, if you pick against the other guy, the other guy usually wins. So, again, all that coffee. Dude, man, this ain't Nightmare on Hell. I know it's the finals, but brother, get some sleep. Get a little bit of a sleep. Don't just stay up the whole day. You're gonna be just ornery the next morning if Tanahashi doesn't win. You got to pace yourself a little bit. Even though I don't drink coffee, I'm not a coffee guy. I'm more of a soda guy. But what do you call it? If everybody, and including in this chat, Sparky's picking Ibushi, and including myself, to beat Tanahashi, and you're the lone guy, and Tanahashi wins, you'll be a legend. But I'm staying with Tanahashi because I did call Hangman to beat. That's true. I cannot deny that. That is true. So if you get this one right, when everybody in this chat, including myself and all your friends, picked Ibushi to win, you'll be a legend. You'll be a legend because you'll be only the one person that thought Tanahashi was going to win, and he did win. So embrace it. Embrace that pick. I'd definitely embrace it if I was you, if he wins, because you can make all your friends eat crow, including on the channel with me and all the guys who picked Ibushi to win. And also, Yoshihashi over Hangman, bro. What the fuck? Like, I didn't get that. I get that Yoshihashi needed a big win, but to have the big win come off of Hangman Page after him beating Minoru Suzuki, I mean, again, if he finds a way to get into next year's G1 because of that, I don't know. But that was a shock. I didn't expect it. I was like a absolutely what the fuck moment. That was an absolutely what the fuck moment. Having Yoshihashi defeat Hangman Page after Hangman beat Minoru Suzuki. But I guess they wanted Yoshihashi to get a final win in this very miserable G1 for him. Another one from Sparky. I was never into his character. I don't think anybody's really into his character. The Headhunter, who hasn't got a big time victory in New Japan Pro Wrestling since Kenny Omega, Michael Elgin, and Hangman Adam Page. He hasn't won a title in New Japan Pro Wrestling, I don't think. He's never held a belt. He's been in Chaos for seems like forever. He just needs, the thing is, like, I don't give a shit about his character, I'll be honest with you, Sparky. He just needs to get out of Chaos. If he gets out of Chaos, maybe he does an excursion run, maybe reinvents himself, maybe he'll be a little bit more interesting. But now, he's kind of a joke. And everybody has been saying that, and I have heard a lot of people saying that Paul Heyman may find a new advocate if Brock Lesnar does lose. A lot of people say it was going to be Roman Reigns. I doubt it. Kevin Owens, maybe. Okada versus Scroll will be amazing at All In. They are both crazy. That's going to be an amazing match. I'm happy I did those. I'm happy I'm going to be predicting that match because that's going to be fun to do. Because hopefully Marty Scurll will bulk up. If you've been watching Being the Elite, Sparky, he's been getting those donuts. You know, you got to eat like a, you want to be a man, you got to eat like a man. Of course, it won't be Roman. They won't turn him heel. Again, I could see Kevin Owens. You can put Kevin Owens in that situation to need an advocate. Ronda Rousey, another one for Paul Heyman. There's a lot of advocates that Paul Heyman could actually go with. But I'm still sticking to the fact Brock Lesnar is not losing the belt at SummerSlam. I am sticking with that pick. There is no doubt he's not losing that match. Because if he's been talking with WWE about working with WWE and UFC at the same time, he's not going nowhere. No, I would like Flip Gordon and Cody having a program on being the elite. Flip and Gordon are take over Japan. Flip and Cody take Japan. I mean, I like it, but I mean, I could see it, but again, Flip and Cody are on two different wavelengths. Cody hates him. Flip is just trying to be all in when he's obviously not. He's all out. He'll be tailgating outside of the Sears Center on September the 1st. But again, I could see that happening. But Marty and Flip take Japan was a lot better. Yeah, the Flip and Marty ones were funny because it was like one's a villain, then Marty and Flip takes Japan. I mean, that one was funny. Marty and Cody would just be like, Flip, Cody. That's it. I mean, I would be down with it, but Flip and Marty was funny. Marty and Flip take Japan was more funny on being the elite for sure. Number one for I can see Kevin Owens. He doesn't need it, but Punk didn't need it either, so I wouldn't mind. But the thing is, but I think the best would be a huge heel Strowman like 2016. Strowman would be good, but does he really need a mouthpiece? Like even Roman said, I like talking for myself. Strowman likes talking for himself as well. I think Owens would be good because I can see that Punk feel with Kevin Owens because it would be ironic because CM Punk was a Ring of Honor guy, Kevin Owens was a Ring of Honor guy. A lot of people didn't expect Kevin Owens to be a star because of how he looked. So did CM Punk. So Heyman and Kevin Owens could actually work, but I wouldn't mind that. Like if Kevin Owens wins the Universal title, I am all for it. Even Hell in a Cell, the AT&T Center actually announced it was going to be Roman versus Kevin Owens at Hell in a Cell. Not for the Universal title, no less, but it could happen. Yeah, Punk didn't need it either, but that pairing was good. Kevin doesn't need it, but that pairing could be awesome. Just like what Punk and Heyman was. Kevin's mic skills, and he can actually talk, unlike Brock Lesnar. Like you can have Paul Heyman introduce him. My name is Paul Heyman. I'm the advocate for the reigning, defending Universal Champion, Kevin Owens. Then you have Kevin Owens talk, and you just see him. I'll use this as an example. You'll just see Heyman do this, Sparky, when he's talking. He'll just have the belt up, just doing what he did with Punk. But I can definitely see Kevin Owens being the advocate for Paul Heyman. Easy. They already announced AJ versus Joe, Randy versus Jeff, and Roman versus Kevin, which is weird because they wouldn't never do that if there wasn't. They wouldn't never do that for like WWE, but that guarantees us AJ's retaining because they said WWE Champion AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. That will be in Hell in a Cell. Randy versus Jeff Hardy, that almost guarantees Nakamura is going to retain the U.S. title, and they're going to have a Hell in a Cell match. And Roman versus Kevin almost guarantees us Roman is not going to be the Universal Champion, thank God, and Kevin is going to win Money in the Bank and cash in. That's what that's telling me. But again, card subject to change. But I can definitely see that. I'm just shocked they even announced it. Like they don't usually, and I know they announced Ronda Rousey as the Raw Women's title, Raw Women's Champion too. How many stars did you give for Naito and Sabre and Omega and Ibushi? I gave Omega Ibushi 6. That was an amazing match with no title on the line. Naito and Sabre, I'd give it 4.5. Give it at least 4.5. 4.5 coming from me. Also, AJ versus Joe inside Hell in a Cell. Oh my God, like legit, really? That's gonna be the match. That's gonna be the match because they've never met each other in any type of cage in their careers. And you put those two amazing stars inside Hell in a Cell, that may be the best Hell in a Cell match in WWE history, if you think about it. Yeah, but AJ wins, Joe wins the belt inside Hell in a Cell. Makes sense. For me, Naito and Sabre, I gave 4.7, and Ibushi Omega 6. Huh. Yeah, those two matches was good. The shock value, especially from Sabre, made it at least a 4, definitely 4.75. but Omega Ibushi was out of this world. Knowing Metzler, he's going to give it 6, maybe 7, maybe 10. But I can see the Roman main eventing, of course. Yeah, of course, because the thing is with McMahon, the thing is with Roman, he'll suck dick to be the main event of every pay-per-view in the history of time, because that he is Roman Reigns is Vince McMahon's #1 dick sucker for getting multiple opportunities and main eventing shows. Same thing with Cena. You mean Fletcher? Yeah, Dave Fletcher, not Dave Metzler. Dave Fletcher. Fletcher. No, and the funny thing is that the Cena feud Roman was complaining about Cena main eventing pay-per-views, but now he does it. Exactly, Sparky, exactly. He talks about Cena main eventing everything, and now Roman is doing the same thing Cena was doing because he's Vince McMahon's #1 dick sucker for getting over, getting title opportunities when he doesn't deserve them, and being the main event of WrestleMania multiple years. Yeah, Roman Reigns is now the John Cena. Roman Reigns is now Vince McMahon's new fix. There's the word. That's the word. Roman Reigns is now Vince McMahon's new John Cena fix. Roman bends down, sucks his dick, gets a title opportunity. He bends down, sucks his dick again. He's main eventing WrestleMania. If you're just joining the stream, I did make my picks for the G1 finals that happens tomorrow morning live on NewJapanWorld.com. I am taking Kota Ibushi to defeat Hiroshi Tanahashi. Number Sparky, I can see Cena coming back and taking the WWE title to break the record and lose it at the next pay-per-view again. See, that's what makes Cena Vince McMahon's #1 dick sucker for breaking records. There you go. Because I know he's gonna do it. I just know he is gonna do it. He's gonna break he's already breaking the record now. He's just looking to win more belts when he doesn't need it. Just like with Orton. He doesn't need the WWE title or the world title. He doesn't need any other title. Classic Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Vincent K. McMahon has 2 great dick suckers. That's Roman Reigns and John Cena. Cena sucks Vince's dick for title opportunities and to get over and bury people. Roman Reigns sucks McMahon's dick to get multiple title shots and to screw with the fans. That's Vincent Kennedy McMahon's mindset. He has a dick sucker on one side. He has a dick sucker on the other side. His left and his right. Cena Reigns. All right, Sparky, I think I'm going to head out. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I want to thank you guys so very much for showing up on the stream. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank guys like Sparky, Plasma Blast, Lunatic Bro, Philip Roberts for showing up on the stream today. Thank you guys so very much. And as always, show your love on the video by watching the video, super kicking that like button, voicing your opinions in the comment section. And I will see you guys next week for my NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4 predictions and my SummerSlam 2018 predictions. Later days, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks you guys for showing up on the stream today. Later days, and peace.